Hello guys, and welcome back at part 3 of the video of the brakes and the axle of the Chevrolet Matisse. This is Tuning Dutchy, and well, I'm not completely done, but I'm gonna show you what I have done so far, and well, what the good results are and maybe also the bad results. So first of all, I mean, I'm just actually done. You guys can see already how black I am from the axle oil and all that, but for as far as it is now, I have done a great job, and I will show you guys that very quickly. Now, first of all, let's get to the workbench, and I'm gonna show you guys exactly what I have done so far. Now, let's see. So as you guys can see, we have laying some hammers over here, and here we got the complete box. And yes, I'm a black man at this moment. I'm not blank anymore. I'm black, you know. No racism though, okay? I love them. I love black people. So I took this one out of the, what do you call it? Yes, this is what I did. The axle had completely down, sitting this over here, and all these needle bearings, and maybe I can show you guys how they are looking, especially like this one. So these are needle bearings, and they are sitting actually inside this over here, and they are just turning around just like this one over here. Now this one is still in a good shape, it's used, but I'm not gonna throw this away. Maybe I'm still gonna need it if I ever want perforated brake discs. Now these are performance brake discs, and I have already seen some good set. Also, I'm way more on the such of performance parts, such as an extreme performance clutch. Now I can use between stage 1 or a complete other brand with stage 1, 2, and 3. Now that's a huge difference. But I'm also busy with balance shafts and all that. Now, by the way, this is the original one. We had to flex out a piece, as you guys can see over there, to maintain the stability of this giant thing. And we had to also cut this actually by, because it was, well, we were slipping definitely with all that oil. So one side, and of course the other side as well. Took a lot of time, and actually more than an hour to take only this stupid piece off. Now what I have left is this one, and that one I didn't use because it's still in there. Now this is the one we are still going to use very, very soon, so I'm just going to lay this one over here so I'm not forgetting it, okay? Alright, so there we got the blow-off valve. That's also the last thing we are gonna do, and that's not something for today, that's for another video. So make sure you guys subscribe and like to the channel so you don't miss out that part. This is separate, by the way, from the blow-off valve. Completely different than how people are doing it, but it's my way of doing. And yeah, they look pretty good. So this is the transmission oil, and I have 5 liters for it. I don't know if that's too much. I bet it's way overkill. But I was thinking, you know what? I saw somewhere 5 liters of transmission oil. Well, there you go. 5 liters of transmission oil. So we got some bearing wax or bearing gel. Use that on the bearings. All of these. So I use plenty of that. Now normally I don't use it at all. So it was coming in handy this time. We got another, well, some sort of flanges, which we did not use. And yeah, well, a multi-cleaner, always good. And this, you guys see this one, right? The perforated discs now, how they look actually on a picture. That's exactly how it's going to look in real life very soon, once I'm going to replace them. But trust me, that's definitely going to be for a later time, not at this moment, because I worked so much at the car at the moment that I'm tired of stuff. And by the way, I have 2 bottles, I see. Nice. Extra drink. I didn't saw that. So now I'm gonna show you guys the error of the car, and that's a big issue. At least it was. So I'm gonna see where the rubber thing is. And that's actually what caused the instability of the, well, wheels, if I can find it. Now, currently I don't, whatever. But I'm gonna show you how it looks currently, guys. It looks very good. So yeah, I mean, as you guys already can see, it's way cleaner at this moment. We have not a lot of stuff laying over everywhere. So I opened up the engine bay just in case, checking stuff very soon. So checking the oil may be something I can do at this moment. Now, looks good. There's right over there. I hope you guys can see. Yeah, there you go. It's already a little bit. There you go. Yeah, that's the focus. Very good camera. Looks good, but yeah. Well, that's all. That looks good. But I'm going into a little bit deeper very soon. Now, guys, this is how it should look, right? Now, the only problem that I have currently is the ball joint over here. Let's see if I can turn it with hand. There you go. Now, this is what I call the crown, what do you call it? The crown nut. I'm gonna make some light so you guys can see. There you go. So this is what I call the crown nut. And this one is actually completed. So, as you guys can see, there is some play. And I cannot move this one at all. Now, this one has to go in over here in the crown and going through the nut, or through the bolt, I mean. But whenever I'm gonna turn this, the bolt is gonna turn with it. So that's not good. So I have to find another, probably another stick for this. How I'm gonna do that is number 2. So maybe I'm gonna go with a flatter one, maybe someone I can create, cutting 2 pieces out and making sure that I will bolt it on that way and cut off the section that's actually completely destroyed. Because if I'm gonna take that off, guys, you guys will probably see that the threads are damaged, and maybe I can cut off the damaged part and make it a little bit different. Now, for the rest of all, I mean, this is the only case the protector plate, which is not in the best position anymore. But hey, you know, I mean, there comes mess on it anyway, so that's not a big deal. Now, this right over here was going actually very okay. Was not too shabby. I need to clean up the brake disc, so don't worry about that. Now, for the brake pads, actually, it was a little more, well, what should I say? A little bit more challenging, because, yeah, well, because the brake disc is completely new. I had to pull these ones out, and as you guys can see, there's plenty of profile, and this one is actually, I believe, turning very nice. Now, okay, well, okay, well, what the heck? Just give me a sec. Let's see, two-handed job. Okay, now that's unexpected. Ugh. God damn. Ugh. Now this one is going stiff, and extremely actually. God damn. Whoa. And I think I know why that is, but you guys will see that very soon. No problems, by the way. That's no issue, that's normal. Because everything is pretty new. One thing I done actually in the engine bay, by the way, is getting this hose right over here and making it single. So there's no tape or anything down here anymore. Looks actually very good. At least way better than just a piece over here going there and a piece that with tape sticking out over there. Does not look too good. So actually, the only thing is what is left is only this pipe here. That's all what's left. Now, this is something we definitely need to change, as you guys maybe expect. And hey, come on, this does not look good, right? So, on to the driver's side, because that was the worst case scenario. Now, as you guys can see, that is how it should look like. And we got no more play, as you guys can hear also. Now with this one, with this shaft over here, which goes in the transmission, trust me guys, with no knowledge and doing this first time, it was well, I can say, a nice job to do. Not nice in the form from very, very nice, but really in a form from learning experience. This one also goes way better. Oh, okay. Well, it's not. Yeah, I activated those master brake cylinder. Yeah, well, the brake cylinders itself. But I will explain that very soon. Don't worry. It's not locked up because I could turn it, so I know this is going to be fine. Now, this side over here was actually with a large click over there, so cluck, when it was coming out, makes a lot of noise, but this is actually the same way as it goes in, and it's not going anywhere at this moment, so I love to see that. Now, let's go back to the other side, because as I said, this one did click, but this side over here with the shaft, which looks still way better than mine, because there's still a paint on it, this one came out while pulling this off over here. I don't know why, and now I got to manage to click it in there, so I hope that's exactly how it should work. So that's actually that, guys, and I think it's time to start up the car. Now, I just hope that I have some juice in my battery, because I'm not sure about that. The last time that I was working on my car, I turned my music up, and not too shabby, and pretty loud actually, for several time. It wasn't a little bit. So we are gonna see that. I'm actually very curious, because I turned my music up for more than 2 hours, and this battery is not a strong one. It's only 35 amps and 300 cold crank grams. So it's not much. So let's see. Alright, let's see what we can dig out. Oh, by the way, guys, I can tell you, get this, guys. Get the ELM 327. Way better than the normal reading codes. I mean, this one is really, really good. Alright, let's see. Ooh, let's see that light over there, what you guys can see. I mean, it's not actually very light. I'm gonna turn off my lights, by the way. Ooh. Fuel pump is going actually very slowly, and you can see the doors thing here is really low. I don't think I will be able to start the engine. Well, let's hear. Nope. My engine thinks, no sir, this is not gonna work. Okay. Well, that was a no-go. That was a no-go. God damn it. So I have to search for a power source. Luckily, I am not that stupid, but what am I gonna do to turn on this rig? You know, that rig over there. So, well, empty battery. Beautiful. So I'm gonna see if I have laying around the battery over here. I mean, I know we have some broken batteries, and I know if they have any juice in it, they will be fine to start up my car, even if they are dead anyway. If they're just going to start my car up, it would be fine. But I don't think that's gonna work. Well, I think we are just gonna take the charger out and charge the battery just a little bit. I mean, my battery is not, what do you call it? It's not the strongest one, so this will not take a lot of time. So I'm gonna set you guys up somewhere, and I'm gonna hook the battery charger up. Sorry guys, has to be. Now I'm gonna make this actually very easy for myself. Let's see, what is the best thing to do? I think I'm gonna set you guys up right over here. There we go. If I can do this. Okay, that's better. Now I got the jacket of my uncle, so... Alright, let's pull that plug. Alright. I mean, my car only has to start, and that's all. I mean, it's not much. It doesn't actually need to do a lot of stuff. It only has to start. And my car starts very, very quickly without doing too much. Let's see where I am going to hook it up. I think this is gonna be the one. Right? What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do when I come for you? Well, that's not a good one. Yeah, well. I don't think that will actually work, but I guess we will find that out. But what I could do is turn this inside. Right? No. Also enable. Perfect. Now, let's hope it's gonna work that way. Alright, that will work. I mean, this is not the ideal setup, but it's on the plus pole, and just like that. That's the charger. So let's see if this one is stable, and that this one is not actually falling down. But I can actually set this one also here on the intake manifold. Look at that. That actually works. You know what? I'm doing it different. Yeah, that's better. Way better. Now, let's take this one out. There you go. Putting this one in. No, wrong one. That one was burned. That one was burned. Putting this one. So, let's get some electricity. Yeah. Let's fire it up. There you go. Okay, so how much is in there? Now, this is probably going to take some time. So, it only charges 4 amps an hour. Okay, so 4 amps and 12 volts. This is charging 4 amps at 1 hour. Okay, don't forget that. My battery is 35 amps. That means not even 10 hours, and this one is actually good to go on 100%. This one will already start when the first light, which is 0%, when that one is eliminated, the car will already start. This one starts very easily without too much trouble. So I'm gonna see if there's any electricity going on. If so, we are gonna turn it off. No interior lights, nothing. Good. That's what we need. That's exactly what we need. Now, the only thing that I still have to do, guys, is the tire that's laying over there. So, putting the tire on. And on the other side as well. So, as you guys can see, and there's the other tire. And we're going to take those ones on. And, well, I could drive, but it's really, well, creepy. I mean, the other side, the driver's side is actually ready to go, but I mean, this side with the chrome nut, that one has to be fixed in first case. But before I'm actually doing anything at this moment, I'm just gonna wait actually before there's a little bit of percentage in the battery itself. Once that's right, you guys will probably see me already sitting behind the steering wheel, but don't worry, the things that I said is what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna put the tires on just like it should go, and putting the center nut on, and in the meantime I think that one will be already it is already going out very, very slowly. So I know this one is charging up, so it's very good. I know Berga batteries is my kind of favorite brand, just like Varta is also a very, very good brand. It's expensive, but hey, you know, better expensive stuff and it's gonna work than inexpensive, and it's not gonna work for too long. So I'm gonna let that charge up, let that one be filled for at least 25-50%, and I catch you guys behind that glass over there when the first light is illuminated. So that one, when that one is out and this one is on, we're gonna start up the car. Did it not succeed? This one is going out, these two will stay on. Bear with me. Alright guys, now I was checking if the amplifier of my subwoofer was on, but it seems like it's not. So, but in order to do that, I have to put the key in the ignition, and I could hear that my my fuel pump was actually spinning very loudly and very good, fast actually, even if the battery is not actually charged up that good. So I'm gonna give this a try, even if it's on 15% or something. So let's say how much volts should I have? I don't know, maybe 9. Maybe that's all. So this is the current status. Now they are dimming very slowly. Now this one is fully bright, as you guys can see. I'm gonna do it like that, and there you guys can see that this one is slowly, very slowly illuminating. I mean, it's long. It's of course not illuminating yet, but I think if I turn the key quick enough, without giving the fuel pump the possibility to do its work, I would be able to start up the engine. So that's what we are gonna do. So I'm gonna do it very quickly, and I think even on 10% battery, I think this could do the job. So this is gonna be very quickly. Okay. Now, oh my God, the boost gauge is in my way. Hallelujah. So here's the key guy, putting the brake in order, you know, just in safety cases. But you can see also I will gain some, I will lose some power with that. So key, ignition. That one is on as well. It's going very quickly. Okay. Ready? Let's go. Nope. I think by putting this one, this is already dead. Shit. Okay. No, that's not gonna work. I thought I could. Okay. Well, that sucks. That sucks somehow. Well, it is what it is, I guess. So then I'm gonna leave it for a little time. And yeah, it's a matter of waiting. So yeah, well, I will be back with you guys once the light is illuminated. Alright guys, now I'm back. I believe it's somehow 30 minutes or 45 minutes later. And this is actually the result of the battery charger. Now it's not much. So I'm considering, whenever this is not gonna get started, if it's not gonna start, I'm gonna take the poles off and I'm gonna connect the red lead and black lead straight to the terminal itself, so it will charge up quicker and easier. Now I got the tires on it, as you guys can see, it's on there, and on the other side as well. But I found something different, which I was thinking like, this is weird. Yeah, well, that one looks a little flat. So I don't know what that is, and how that's coming. But let's dive inside and make this as quick. I'm not gonna press the brake because that's gonna turn on the ABS. So that requires some extra energy from the battery. So that's not what we are gonna do. As you guys already know, it's gonna be a quick. No brake pedal pressed. There we go. There we go. Finally. So, that's working for sure. Even with 10% battery life, you can do a lot. Now, it hasn't been started in more than a week, so this is gonna take some time before this one is gonna idle down. So I'm gonna take the battery charger off. Now, seems like the doors are opening for itself. Alright, battery charger is unhooked. Time to take that off. Alright, and take the other one. There we go. And close the cap. Click. There we go. I'm gonna look beneath if the transmission is not leaking fluid. Ah, looks good right now. That's good. That's nice. Okay. Now it's high idling at this moment. So yeah. I want to see, because the engine is actually not at its softest way, if I can see what's going on later. But yeah, well, let's see what it does if I start it up again. Does it start up immediately, or doesn't it? Yes, it does. And it's gonna quiet down a bit. Alright. Let's charge her up a bit better. Seems like the EGR doesn't work in this case, but whatever. That's what I call success. Now, I don't know if you guys have heard that, but When it first started up, I heard actually like "kong," and that was the transmission. That was for sure. I heard that. So, but that's not a big deal though. I mean, that's okay, because of course I mean I renewed the drive shaft which goes into the transmission so that it's gonna give a clunk. Okay, well, it is what it is, of course. So, yeah, well, looks actually pretty good right now. I didn't expect that the car is gonna start at 15% battery. I mean, I never saw something like this. I mean, I don't have to try to start any car in my area with only 10-15% battery life. Uh, well, I mean, the first light was not even for 50% illuminated, and if that one is not illuminated, then you normal wise cannot start a car unless you have a very healthy battery. Well, which means I have a really healthy battery. Now, I'm not gonna do other things anymore today. I'm gonna let the car rest a bit. Um, well, tomorrow it's time to for part 4, which is the last results. Is gonna put some those crown nuts actually. So I have to go on both sides and make sure that they don't come out of their spot. Refill the tire over there. We have to refill that one. So we have to make sure that this little center nut, as well on this side and as well on the other side as well, that this one is way more tightened up, and that this groove is over here, that I make a carve, and that one is in here, so it's not going anywhere. Now, I'm gonna fill up every tire pressure, yeah, all 4 of them, but in order to do that, I'm gonna have to make sure that I already drained my transmission fluid and put some new ones in. But in order to do that, I need my dad, because it's way easier to do this with 2 men. Now, however, here's the transmission already, which is gonna make things a bit easier. Now, the filling cap is somewhere, I believe, in that area. So it's actually beneath this arm, so beneath the linkage. And yeah, well, letting it off and filling it up, well, come on, that's not gonna be difficult. I mean, for now, I think I'm gonna leave this be. I'm not gonna hook up the battery charger anymore. I mean, I could have done that, but it's dangerous, and if I'm gonna leave that one in there, this one is gonna be hot, and if that one is gonna explode, well, trust me, 22 liters of petrol is actually gonna blow. Another 40 liters of petrol is gonna blow, and in the area near me, somehow like 80 liters. So trust me, that's gonna be a big fireball, and we are not gonna want that. So my baby hasn't done some good work today. She started up fresh, but tomorrow I'm gonna give her some good, new, fresh transmission fluid. Right? You deserve it, honey. Yeah, talking to your car sometimes might help. Now, spoken about the supercharger, guys. And yes, 33 minutes. I know it's gonna take a time, but don't worry. Now, the supercharger is already on its way. Right over there is the boost controller. So we are going to connect that boost control also, or in part 4 or in part 5. Well, another part, but not, well, in repair parts, because that's something different. The blow-off valve, by the way, goes over here, between these two. You might think, come on, man. I mean, a piece of PVC pipe and a little silicone hose. Yes, that's right. But I have to order the complete system for this in order to make everything work pretty good. Now, the supercharger, by the way, is gonna go right in here. Now, you guys can see that groove over there? I'm gonna give you some light. So right here on the crankshaft pulley, right over there, so the harmonic balancer, that's a 4 PK belt. Now near it is a 3 PK belt. 3 PK 665 is what it's called. Now that's turning actually the well, that alternator over there. And the 4PK belt is gonna mean if the slot was normal-wise for power steering pump, which was over here, and goes into that black hole over there. Now, since it's not available, it only makes the job easier not to disable anything, and making a bracket, which probably is gonna go somewhere in here, making it from the exhaust manifold, or making it from the engine block itself. I don't know. I have different options over here. I could also take one of the engine mount bolts away, and only one of them, not both, because then my engine is gonna lean forward a bit. So that's not gonna be a big, well, plus point. So I have several options, and I'm not running out actually of space, but yeah, I could actually easy fit an Eden R410 in here, which is not going to be a big deal. However, I see that my engine is sweating a bit. So, I don't know what's going on there, but seems like I might have maybe a head gasket leak. I should keep my eyes peeled for this. However, well, it also comes a bit from there. We'll see a little bit. But, still, it's okayish. So yeah, well, that 4PK slot is meant for the supercharger. Now the intercooler, by the way, we can do that on this case side over here, or because this is gonna be relocated anyway, I'm gonna make it here. I have different kind of options. It's not gonna be a huge one, if there is gonna be any. I see I have also some holes right there and right here. So I have quite some options, and I could also make actually one that's going from here to there. Now, if you guys are asking why the heck are here the holes and all that and this, now this was the power steering pump a reservoir, yes, to fill it up. So that's why. Stupid ass, you know. I cannot do it. I cannot say anything, but they just took my power steering pump away. Man, that's something I really miss in this car. But maybe sometime it will come back. Just putting another harmonic balancer on it. I was also thinking about the harmonic balancer. I'm gonna tell you guys something, and that's the same for the for the pulley over there. I'm gonna tell you guys something about that. What I think about that is trying to get some lightweight stuff. Maybe that's gonna change things as well. Would be nice though. Ah, man. Well, I did a lot today. Now I only have to do actually tomorrow minor stuff, not too much anymore. The biggest part is done today. And I only have to refill the tires tomorrow, which is part 4. Drain the transmission fluid, refill the transmission fluid, making sure that those crown nuts have new pins, so they cannot move. Now the only problem is what I have on the other side of the car, so not on the driver's side but the passenger side, because that's gonna be a little issue. I'm not sure how I'm gonna do that, but that's something my dad probably is gonna solve, because he caused that issue. Yeah, well, and I think if that's right, then I'm actually pretty easy done. There's only one bolt on both sides that I have to install. Now the only one that I have left is this one. This is the only one I have left, so I need 2 of these. So I have to look if I have laying around something like this. However, these threads are a little bit weird. So yeah, I have to look for that if I have that one. Or I should go to the local car parts store, since I have just a little bit of money left, and see if I have that part. If they have that part. Would be nice, then I don't have to do other kinds of crazy stuff. But yeah, well, that's actually looking for today, guys. Well, I'm gonna quit the video over here, and I hope you guys like this video a bit, since I walked you guys through. It's a lot of work what I've done so far. We are getting somewhere, and once the well, the inlet pipe with the PVC and silicone hose is gone. I can finally also show up on meetings. And that's something you guys are probably going to see, but just partially. Because, again, I'm not going to film anywhere where too much people are. At least people. That's why. So, guys, that's it. 40 minutes. Long enough recording. No, long enough watch time for you guys, since this was a huge install. Anyways, guys, this was Tuning Dutchy. I hope you guys liked the video. I'm gonna sleep right now. And, yeah. Make sure you guys like the video. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, because the supercharger is already in my country and is also in my area. So it's not gonna take too much time anymore before that one is gonna arrive. So this is probably or gonna be upcoming week or the next week that one is coming. So it's very close. So if you unsubscribe, you would be stupid, really. For such nice content, make sure you subscribe. Anyways, now I'm gonna hang up. I'm gonna make sure that my uncle's jacket is back on in the garage again. And I catch up with you guys tomorrow with part 4. And see you guys then. Alright? Now, this man's going to sleep. And yeah. Well, for this little girl over here, it's time to close up the hood. So she can rest. Alright. Sleep well, baby.